What's up, everyone? This is the Sullivan Project podcast, and I'm your host, Harold Sullivan.
I'm Chris Stringer.
And what's up, Chris? How's it going?
It's going.
Doing good here.
Yeah, doing good.
Got everything. Got the Wi-Fi back on. I got different Google thing, so I can't play back videos. So I still can't do the Scooby Doo opening, which I was doing from a video. But as I mentioned, I'm gonna try to get an audio recorder or something, and that way I'll just have I can just play that back at the beginning, and then we'll have the old everything back to the old podcast, the old ways it was. So, so what did you do? Did you watch the movies?
No, we just played Xbox.
NHL. Okay. So no movies, no new movies to talk about. I really haven't either. I've been
No,
catching up.
I haven't heard any either. They made another Meg movie. It's called Meg 2: The Trench.
I did check out the first one. Yeah, when they can't do Jaws. Nothing is ever gonna, and nobody's ever tried to remake that either. Remember, you said that was one of your top favorite movies, and they just can't do it. You just don't even call it Jaws, you know. And they've had what's some other ones, Deep Blue Sea, and a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea 1, 2, and 3.
And what's that one with the two people right in the middle with the sharks around
Open
them?
Water.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they just. Which was your favorite out of the original four? There's four Jaws, right? The originals.
Yeah, there's 4 Jaws.
Okay, what was your favorite out of those four?
First one.
Yeah, I like the one in SeaWorld. That was my
SeaWorld was good. Yeah, that's my favorite one.
because that made me scared of I can imagine being under that thing, and that's like a real thing too, right? You can really go under. You're under that water. What if that thing came? You can't get away. I mean, that was terrifying. But the
Yeah,
first
that's
one,
my favorite one.
I like how Randy was it Randy, Dennis Quaid, right? Dennis Quaid was in the third one. He was the guy working at SeaWorld, right? Was it SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid, and I forget the.
Louis Gossett Jr. was in it.
Yeah, oh, he's great too. Louis Gossett Jr. What Yeah, I checked out a couple episodes of Supernatural the other day. That's that TV show I was telling you about. But no horror movies on TV anyway. Just been listening to more audio, my Bible, like I was telling you. And I got so many other books too. Uh, I got to still catch up on. But let me get this out. If you want to be on the show, if you have any questions or just want to talk, hit us up at Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube, Harold Sullivan 78 on TikTok, and Harold Sullivan period 35 on Facebook. Or you can call in the show, and if you just need someone to talk to, it's 724-513-1472. And there's no judgment here. You can't judge a book by its cover. Everyone has a story. And we pretty much talk about anything, whatever it is at the moment, or what's going on in the world, which really ain't nothing. I don't like to listen to the news because there's nothing but death on there and war and people getting killed and just sinning. It's just terrible. All that. you know. Uh,
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? I did think of some questions. We can do stump the stringers. I got a bunch of. Well, you could probably teach me a few of these things here. Oh, let me see here. What time is it? Do you know?
It's about 25 after 6.
Okay, so we'll say 6:17, right? All right. So that'll be 6:17, 20, 30, 6:42 or so. All right. Okay. Yeah. How about Let me see here. Can you name the three actors to play Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th in the series?
The movies or the series?
Yeah, the movies. Yeah.
Corey Feldman, George
Yeah.
Shepard,
Yeah.
Tom Matthews.
Yep. Those three. And for those of you who don't know, there was a Friday the 13th series, but that really didn't have nothing to do with the movies and
It
Jason.
had nothing to do with Jason.
Yeah, it was like a just like a super stick, like just stories happening, like right every week, like the Twilight Zone or something, like just twisted stories or whatever. Kind of like Freddy's Nightmares was, but Freddy's Nightmares, remember, uh, Freddy was the host, and it was just people just having messed up stuff happen, and he was like the crypt keeper kind of. How many seasons was that? Was that just one or was that two? Freddy's Nightmares. Two.
Two, I think. Yeah.
That's what I thought. And they had different horror directors doing each. Right, each episode was a famous horror director at the time, like Jackson, right? When didn't Peter Jackson maybe do one? A couple other people. Who did Texas? The director from Texas Chainsaw, Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper directed a couple of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I liked that show. It was pretty good. But yeah, you're right on all three of the Tommy Jarvises. So okay, how many? Shoot, how many Betsy or shit? How many Mrs. Voorhees actresses played Mrs. Voorhees? Do you know?
Well, the first one was Betsy Palmer.
Yeah, that's the name I almost said, but of course you're gonna get her.
Freddy versus Jason, there was another one.
There was another lady, which I don't even know her name either.
I don't know her
I
name
thought
either.
maybe you would, but that's two. And then how many other ones was there? That's two.
There's part three where she come out of the lake.
Yep, that's a different one. So that's three of them. I don't know her name either.
Gianna Stewart.
Okay, well you got two out of the three, and the names. And then, is there any other ones?
Um, Mrs. Voorhees' actual name is actually Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah. Well, there's one more. Well, I kind of just gave it to you right there. There's actually one more. You forgot the one in the remake of Friday the 13th. I think
Oh yeah,
her name
yeah.
was Nanette something or other, right?
And that's something, yeah.
Okay, so that was for the.
That was the remake of Friday the 13th.
Yeah. What time did you say it was a second ago again? I forgot already. Jesus.
6:30 right now.
Okay, so it was 27, right? That's right. I said it was 27.
Yeah, it's 6:30 right now.
27. Wait. When did we start? Like 27 after
About that.
or 25? I can't remember. 25, 30. Because I figured, yeah, about 40. I don't remember. Jesus. Okay, yeah. So we got all those, and then there was another horror question I was going to ask you. How many? It has to. Oh, I can't remember now. We got Tommy. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, Michael Myers. Okay, yeah, I got a couple more. How many Michael Myers can you actors that played Michael Myers can you name? And
Nick Castle,
I don't even know how many there are together. Maybe you can tell me that.
George Wilbur.
Okay, Nick Castle. He played him twice, right? In part four and six.
Yeah, Donald Shanks played Michael Myers in
In part
part five.
five, okay. See, I know a little bit of. Uh, you had Tyler Mane, right? That was in Rob Zombies.
Tyler Mane was in Rob Zombie's movies,
Okay.
yeah.
And then of course you had the original Nick Castle and Tony Moran, which was
Yeah, Tony Moran.
yeah. Nick Castle was the guy without the mask. See,
James Jude Courtney played him a couple of times in the remakes, too.
oh, okay, like a backup, okay, or like a stunt double, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. He was the one. Yeah, he was the one without when he didn't have because in that one scene in the new one when they were in the courtyard with the dogs and he didn't have his mask. That was the actual uh, was that Tony Moran from Halloween One because when he took off his mask, that was a different face. The guy behind the mask was the Nick Castle, I believe, or one of them.
Yeah.
And so when his mask came off, I don't know why they wanted him to look different. So for that one scene, it was a different. And they brought him back all them years later for that scene in the courtyard where he doesn't have his mask on. He's an old man, so it's the same guy. Jeez, there were so many of them, right? I don't know how many there were, but you got most of them.
Dick Warlock, he played that Michael in
In
Halloween
part
too.
two, yes, he was the shortest one, right? That guy was only like 5'2", but they shot everything with cameras up, like in different angles to make him look taller. 5'2". Can you believe that? I forget how he said he got the job, but he just went in there and just did the thing, and they liked him. And he actually kept the one of the masks or something. He said he had.
Yeah, he got to keep the mask. Yeah.
He was the only ones that thought to keep all that stuff, to keep something after all those years, and he did. That's something. You know what I mean? What Okay, so how many? So that's okay. What about Jason's?
Oh God,
Let's see if we
there's
can
so
come
so
up with
many.
those.
Warrington Gillette,
Let's see where.
Part Two.
Well, there was two. Okay,
Richard Brooker, Part Three. Ted White, Part Four.
Ari Lehman in part one.
Ari Lemon.
Lehman, and then part two there was another, the real Jason, huh? Not the one you met, the Warrington Gillette. He was the one again with just a mask, that one scene. But was it Ted?
Steve Daskowitz.
Steve Dash, yeah, he's the real Jason from part two. He went around. He didn't even know that the other guy was going around claiming he was the Jason for so many years until he started going to conventions. So we got one, two, and then you said in part three,
Richard Brooker.
Richard Brooker, Ted White was four.
Ted White was four. Well, Roy was Part Five. That was Dick Whelan.
Wheeler, there was
C.J. Graham did Part
part
Six, and then
six,
Kane Hodder come in and did seven,
seven,
eight,
eight, nine, and
nine,
10. Yep.
10.
And
Then
then
Ken Kirchinger did Jason and Freddy
yeah,
versus Jason.
crap. He didn't even act in that movie. He just walked around like frickin' Frankenstein. No personality, no emotion. Not even Jason. You know. And then in the remake, you had Derek Mears.
Yeah, Derek
So
Mears.
I liked him. C.J. Graham was probably my second favorite in the originals, behind Kane, of course. And then I like Derek Mears because he just copied Kane. You know what I mean? He did the whole breathing, the shoulders, the turn the head first, the body. Just I liked all that. I didn't mind the way Jason looked either, without the mask or the mask. I didn't like most of the scenes in that though, and I just didn't like the characters either. You know what I mean? I like the way he killed some people though. I like the bow and arrow kill. I like the trap hanging above in the sleeping bag above the fire. I like him pulling them out with
Yeah, that was a good one.
lowering them
Yeah.
out with the bear trap. I like when he stuck the machete down through the dock and then through the roof or whatever and was getting people like through anything. I like some of that stuff. But yeah, a bit of a. I didn't really. I wasn't really. You know. And then the cut scenes where they put it in there where the dude has the mask and Jason takes it off him and puts it in the. Well, he puts it. He looks in the mirror, right? I don't like that.
And he looks in the mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
stupid.
the guy with the mannequin ripped the sack off.
Yeah, but then Jason ain't don't care what he looks like. Just like the him sharpening the machete, which what happened to that? It was in the trailer and they didn't put it in the movie.
They didn't put it in the movie. It didn't
Yeah,
make the
that
cut.
was stupid too, because Jason ain't gonna sharpen a machete. He's just gonna kill you with it. It hurts. It's more. It hurts you more if it's blunt, right? If it's dull, like Michael Myers would, like he would sharpen it. He don't care. They're just gonna pick up something and kill you with it. He grabbed a hot coal and stuck it through the guy's chest in part 8. Could you really do that? I mean, not really. You couldn't really punch somebody's head off either. But
No, you're right.
yeah, but
No.
Jason could do it. So yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, you played NHL. What on Xbox? Yeah, I used to love. What's up with the Penguins? You got any updates on anything going off this off season or going on?
I didn't hear nothing yet. No.
Not since they fired a bunch of people.
No, not yet.
Yeah, they fired a couple people.
Yeah, they fired Ron Burkle and they fired Ron Hextall.
Yeah, existent guys. Yeah. So, and then yeah, that Connor Bernard. You've been hearing about him. Who's got the number one pick? Is it Islanders or Buffalo or I don't
I think
remember.
it's Buffalo. Is it Buffalo or the Penguins?
No. Did the Penguins get a good pick though?
I don't know. I didn't hear. Like I said, since they got eliminated, I haven't
Like
been paying
top
too
10?
much attention.
I don't know if they got a top 10 draft or not, but that guy Connor Bernard is like 18, 17, and they said he's going to be the next Lemieux pretty much is what he's getting like 2 3 points a game. Where it's like wow, they haven't talked about anybody like this for years, probably since Sid and a couple of them other guys have come out.
I
So,
seen Mario Lemieux driving in his car 2 weeks ago. Me and my one friend that I
ah,
was with last night.
nice by himself.
Yeah, you can't tell. He's got tinted windows,
What color is the
and
car?
it says Lemieux. It says Lemieux on his license plate.
What is it? Like a fancy like Porsche or something?
It's a Charger.
Black?
It's kind of like tannish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's neat. Like a okay,
Well,
like
he
a
lives down there. There,
he's
strictly.
he still lives there. I didn't know that
Yeah, yeah. He still lives down there.
because I heard people about stories about meeting him when playing golf
I
and
met him already at a practice. I got a hat signed from him.
oh, there you go, there you go. See, that's awesome to put in your collection there. Oh, what time is it? That's
It is almost 20 to 7.
okay. Yeah, we started at 23 after, right? Because yeah, it was
Yeah.
23, so it's been 17. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else we can. Oh, I just yeah, I'm listening to some books, lost books of the Bible. I was telling you, and I finally heard who Lilith's name, and I only got about 8 hours or so left in this out of 41 hours. But Lilith was Adam's first wife. See, they cut her out of the Bible. So you hear about Adam and Eve, right? It's the first man and woman, but there was another woman first. It was Lilith, and she was made like Adam. She wasn't, Eve was made out of Adam's rib, right? But Adam was made from the earth. God breathed into Adam. Well, I believe Lilith was also made like that, and she either left or was exiled. Something happened, and but she left uh, the garden first, and then God made Eve. But Adam or Lilith was evil though. She was more evil than Adam and Eve. So yeah, so they put that out of there, but they took that out. But I finally heard, and I heard stuff about it, and even on that show Supernatural I was telling you about, they have so much references to Bible and different religions and different myths and stuff and mythology, and so they put it all in there through 15 seasons of that show, and you learn stuff. I learned stuff about the archangels and all that before I even got into the Bible, and I didn't know. So and grace, and graces, and just different things, and different characters too. You know, as far as Lilith, I don't know who's Lilith. I thought they just made that up. No, it's supposedly there was a Lilith. So it's pretty neat. If you ever see it, it's always on like TNT. It's called Supernatural. But they had
Yeah.
15 years. There's 300 episodes. I mean, it's good enough that it kept going. And it's if you like stuff like ghosts and clowns and like boogeymen and stuff. So that's all it is. But then later on, they bring angels and demons in there too. But so you got everything going crazy, and they got werewolves and there's just monsters, shapeshifters. There's so many different, and it's all in this one little world, and it's called supernatural because it's everything supernatural. And then they got certain weapons that kill certain things, and like rock salt, like salt and iron. These are all things that. So they put rock salt in the shotgun shells, and they can because you can kill ghosts with rock salt. And then you burn the body. Like they have all the things in myth that they use to kill these different things, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I mean, and like they have an angel blade, and they have a demon blade too. That's made out of these things that actually kill the angels or the demons, and then they have to have special weapons to kill them. But because they eventually come down, and then they got the guy in there playing Satan. I got him on one of my trailers. His name was Lucifer in the show. But he wasn't a
Yeah, I've
bad.
heard of Lucifer.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't a really bad guy. I mean, well, that's the devil. That's one of the devil's names. But in this show, he's just an angel who kind of went bad, and that's what in the Bible. That's what happened. So he comes down and he just. Well, they let him out accidentally because he's in a cage. Because he's supposed to be caged up, right? So these guys accidentally let him out. But he's just. It's just funny. Like he just runs amok, and It's neat though because he can just snap his fingers and make people disappear. They just turn into dust. So he just does that. He don't even give people a chance. Then he has to learn that if he wants anybody to help him, he can't just kill them. So he doesn't like people, and there's no way to bring him back. But he can snap his finger because he has a lot of power. Most of the angels can't do that, but I guess he's an archangel, or he's right up there, on the side. So he can actually snap his finger and just make someone be gone when they're done. So he does that. But he has to get a host. Like when they come down, they got to get a vessel. They have to take over a human body. See, same with the angels. So, like, the person that was in their body is gone, and then same with the demons too. They have to take over. But the demons, uh, I think they have to. I forget if they have to ask permission or not. I'm not sure. I think they do. They have to let them in or something. I don't remember. You know all that mythology is. You know what I mean? Different things, but they put all that in there. It's pretty good. Even if you only watch one or two episodes, then you might get into it. And they got a black car. It's a Shelby Impala. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it is.
yeah, nice car, man. And they call it Baby. Awesome car. Just that car is cool. But yeah, Supernatural, man, it's a great show. Shoot, we got some horror questions. You got any questions for me? About any, have you thought? Did you thought of about movies or anything?
Uh, Friday the 13th, Part 2. Name the camp.
Well, Crystal Lake.
It was Camp Packanack.
Oh, you mean the actual place where they filmed it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that one. But the first, I thought you meant in the movie, but I wouldn't have known anyway. But I do know the first one, and that's where I want to. And this is for all out there listening, and we're about to sign off here shortly, and we'll be back same bat time, same bat channel. But the first Friday the 13th was filmed. It was called what, Lake Obi Bosco or something like that. Obi Bosco.
Something like that, yeah.
That's where I want to be spread. When I die, I want my ashes cremated. I want someone to go out on the boat and put me in the water like Jason. Free me. Just let me go. Because in life, I'm afraid of drowning. I think I drowned in a past life. So I've actually been afraid of water since I was young. I mean, I'm not so much now, but like if water gets poured over me or my head and stuff. And I almost drowned when I went to physical therapy at D.D. Watson when I was young. A couple times I went under. I couldn't breathe. I got up and I'm spitting water. So, but that's what I want, to be cremated and freed and dropped in that lake. So whoever's around. But yeah, we'll be back. So remember, love's a choice and so's the hate. And be the light.
Yep, be the light. Everybody's here we go, signing off.
Let's sign off.
That was a good one. That was a good one we did tonight.